Do you want new skin in 5 days? Hi, I'm Jodie Baker. I'm the owner and founder of Homepeel, Australia's favourite cosmeceutical grade natural skincare brand. And today I'm going to show you how to do our green herb skin pill, which is a salon quality skin pill you do yourself at home for a fraction of the cost. And we've been selling it all over the world for 20 years. It's amazing. First of all, I'm going to let you know what a skin peel is. So basically, everyone has on the top of their face a layer of dead skin cells, like a mask, and it's called the stratum corneum. So basically, it's a a skin cell sits underneath the dermis, where it starts off down here in the dermis of your skin, which is the bottom layer, and it's born there. And then over a 28-day period, what it wants to do, it wants to rise to the top of the skin. So over that 28-day period, these skin cells start to sort of flatten out and start to get tightly compacted, and they tightly compact together until they get to the very top of your skin. And then basically what you have is a layer of dead skin cells, like a mask, and they're tightly compressed, stuck together. That's called the stratum corneum. And what that does, it's there to protect yourself. It's like a barrier. It will protect yourself from UVA and UVB rays. It's there to protect your skin. But what it also does, it keeps your skin looking dry and dehydrated. It allows dehydration lines to show themselves, because it's not often you've got these little lines. It's not actually wrinkles. It's just the layer of dead skin cells that's just sitting there making you look wrinkly. It doesn't reflect the light very well. So when you remove it, you reveal this gorgeous new glow, but also by removing it, you accelerate the skin's natural exfoliation process, which generally happens over a 28-day period. But once you remove it, what happens is the skin wants to kick into gear and quickly try to replace it. So it's like, oh, we have to replace the stratum corneum. Quick, let's make some new collagens and elastins, which is amazing as well. So there's regeneration. So you get the instant glow, you got regeneration. It works on lightening all of your sunspots and pigmentation, and that varies from person to person. So sometimes people can get an instant result and it's gone. Sometimes people have to work at it a little bit longer. So this green herb skin peel is designed to be done 3 to 4 times per year only, and it's very important that you understand that it's not suitable for skin that suffers from hyperpigmentation or melasma. Now, there are some sensitive areas of the face that we don't want to peel. So what we do is we cover it with coconut oil, or you could use olive oil, or if you're a Homepeel customer and you've got our longevity elixir, you could use that. So I'm just going to show you where you're going to place it. So you just put it around the nose like this, and on the corners of the mouth, like that. Okay, so that's creating like a barrier so that the peel won't go anywhere near those areas. You won't be rubbing those areas anyway, but it's there just as a double protection. Okay. Let's get our gloves on. We don't want our hands peeling. Next, you'll start rubbing it into the skin. Now, this is the important part. Sometimes, or with some skin, as soon as this solution, this mixture goes onto your skin, it's going to go to a heat factor of like 8, 9, 10 out of 10 instantly. Some skin, you put it on there and it won't feel anything. And in fact, it won't feel anything until you've rubbed for a few minutes. So everyone's skin is different. And that's the reason why I said that this could be the learning curve for you, because what you're hoping to do is get it to a heat level of about at least 8 out of 10, 8, 9, 10 out of 10. And as soon as it gets to that heat level, then you start timing, and then you keep rubbing for 5 minutes, and in that time you might see some frosting. So basically what that means is you'll get a bit of your skin will turn white, and that's a great sign that you're going to peel. Now, if you're one of these people that has to push it a little bit further, I'm not going to sort of do too much here, so I'm just explaining it to you, and it's hard for me to do it and explain it. But see how I'm kind of just, and I'm making a huge mess here. You'd be doing this over the sink, of course. Now, okay, for some people that's already at a 10 out of 10, okay? So what you might need to do is see how the herbs sort of tend to dry out a little bit as you go. So you can have to keep adding more liquid to it to refreshen it. And then all the little bits of herbs, they fall down off the counter. I want you to pick them back up, put them back in the bowl, and continue to rub. And then you do that all over the face. You're always gonna find it a little bit challenging the first time, but it's going to be fine, I promise. So for me, I get it, my skin starts to get that heat up quite quick. So it would be like at about 8 or 9 right now. So I would be timing for 5 minutes, but it won't stay at that heat factor. So if I just stop rubbing now, in about 20 seconds, you won't feel anything. So that's why you have to keep adding lotion to the herbs and keep reapplying. That's how you keep that heat factor up for 5 minutes, because that's the key to getting you to peel. The key to peel is that you have it at a heat factor of at least 8 to 9 out of 10, and you keep it at that level for 5 minutes, okay? For some people that's really, really hot, so you could actually have a fan or even like a book, like anything like that. Just putting a little bit of air on it just cools it down, and then you just go back into it. All right, so once that's happened, you're just gonna rinse it off. Now, the minute that the water hits your face, it's gonna like have this intense stinging feeling. It only lasts for a couple of seconds, but I wanna let you know about it so you don't get surprised. So the best way to rinse it off really is to jump in the shower and get the faucet and have it on cold, and then just let it, just turn it on and just let it all rinse off. And then, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna rinse mine off now. Okay. So now I'm just gonna leave my skin for the night. I'm not gonna do anything to it tonight. Just gonna go to bed. Now, for the next 5 days, the key to this peel going faster and more efficiently is to keep that skin really dry. So you want it to dry out. So you want that mask to dry up, crack, and then peel off. So the best way to do that is to let your skin be dry. So I don't want you applying moisturizer or anything like that to it. But if you need to you know, put sunscreen on because you have to go outside, or you need to go to work, you need to wear makeup, you can still go ahead and do that. But just means when you get home, as soon as you can, wash it all off quickly, as quick as you can, very fast, with a cheap bar of soap and water, and then pat dry. And you can actually do that as well if the skin is self-lubricating itself, meaning that it's very oily, so the skin notices that it's very, very dry. So what it's going to do, it's going to create a lot of oil to try and lubricate it, to try and moisturize it. Well, that's actually inhibiting your peel from working, so you want to strip that out too. So if your skin feels too oily, wash it very quickly with a cheap bar of soap and water again, and then pat it gently dry. Okay, now what you'll find is you'll start peeling on the bottom part of the face first, because there's a lot of movement happening here. See how I'm moving? So that movement actually helps that mask to crack and dry. It's a lot harder to get it to happen at the top of your face, especially if you've got Botox. But it does happen, and sometimes you can sort of watch TV and move your face around and all that sort of stuff, and that really, really helps. But as I said, we have skincare coaches at Homepeel that can help you. All you need to do is reach out and understand that the first peel is a little bit of a learning curve, so don't worry about that. So on day 5, it's the day that you remove the rest of the peel. So over the 5 days, you would have seen bits flaking off. It's very important not to manually pull any of that skin off. Let it come off naturally, even though if you went like that, it'll just fly off everywhere. So obviously, but don't pull on it if it's still quite attached to the skin. That's a really bad idea. So on the 5th day, what we're going to do is we're going to steam our skin, get a really nice oil like coconut oil, or our longevity elixir is really good. What you need to do is get quite a big bowl, and you want to fill it with boiling water from the kettle, and then put your face over it with a towel, and you're just going to steam your skin for about 5 minutes. Just let all the sweat come, and just let it all just get really, really steamy. Put some lavender. If you've got a lavender tree in the backyard, that's always a great idea because it just turns it into a beautiful, relaxing moment. And then once you've done that, I want you to get an oil like our longevity elixir or our coconut oil, and you start just rubbing and rubbing around in circles. And what you'll feel underneath your fingers, you'll feel skin coming off, and you can sort of start wiping it away. Just keep doing that. Now, you're going to get most of the skin off, what's remaining that hasn't come off over the 5 days. This is going to get a lot of that rest that's remaining off, but some of it still might be quite stubborn, and I don't want you to push it too hard to try and get rid of that skin. And generally that will be skin that sort of goes around the frame of the face. So most of all this middle part is going to be gone after the 5 days. So basically you'll be able to go back to normal and you won't feel so different because you're going to have this peely skin, but you will go back to a level of normality, which is great. And don't worry about these bits because they will come off organically over the next few days as well. But if you try and rub them off too much, you might be damaging new skin underneath, and it's also not a good idea to do that. So just leave it. So just very gentle, don't push too hard. Be very aware that you've got brand new vulnerable skin under there, and just sort of bring it all up. Okay, and then at the end, you'll just get like a towel or something like that, and you'll just sort of wipe it away like this. Okay, that night, just don't do anything else to your skin. You've got that beautiful oil on your skin, just keep it really oily, nice and oiled with the coconut oil or the longevity elixir. And in the morning, just carry on as normal. I wouldn't do an exfoliation. So if you're using our enzyme gel cleanser and exfoliating crystals, I don't want you using the exfoliating crystals for at least 10 days to 2 weeks, okay? And you won't need it anyway. Probably 2 weeks, make it 2 weeks. Everyone's skin is different, but you'll be able to tell from your skin because it's going to feel like baby skin. Wait for at least 2 weeks in most cases. Be gentle with your new skin and enjoy it. Have a great day.